Hey everybody, Brandon from Rocky on Angus Ranch. Sorry it's taken me so gosh dang long to get another video up. It's been crazy around here. I mean, I know it's my off time for spraying, but it's just been crazy doing stuff around the farm, trying to get ready for the 4-lettered S word pretty soon. And I'm falling behind, but at the same time, guys got to live a little, right? So I've been working on building the race car. It's not much of a race car, as you can see. It's kind of almost, well, it's a junker you pull out of the weeds. It used to be an enduro car at the state fair and stuff like that, but I started races at our local Wells County Fair here. Last year was the first year. And it's kind of a bump and run race. Some places call it. I call it, or we call it autocross on dirt. It's you use compact cars, full-size cars, pickups, SUVs, four-wheelers, ATVs, side-by-sides, whatever you want to bring. Bring it out and have a good time. I'll maybe try and add in a clip from the races this year, but one of our neighboring towns decided they want to give it a shot, and for kind of the same reason we got ours started, because demo derbies used to be a huge thing around here, but they've kind of been dying off the last couple years, and they haven't been getting a very good turnout. So the fair board early last year, 18, asked me to or well, my father-in-law's on the fair board too, but he kind of volunteered me, but they asked me to come up with something because one of their acts, or their bands basically, backed out on the last minute. So I've been going to the fair board every year for about the last 15 years trying to get them to do something like this, or hear me out at least, and I never really paid a whole lot of attention until last year, I guess. But I used to go watch these races up in northern Minnesota. My aunt or my uncle used to race in them up there, and I remember that's been quite a while back, but it was a hoot to watch. And so we brought it to our local county fair. The first year, everybody wasn't sure what it was going to be, but everybody had a good time. The people that ran it had a great time. The spectators loved it. So we took it back again this year. And there was a little bit of issues with some of the other events and stuff, so we ended up trying to make it a 2-day race. And well, it was fun, but 2 days is just too much. But 1-day race would be perfect. Gunner, hey buddy, what are you doing? Anyways, so one of the guys that ran this year also used to run the derbies over in this neighboring town. And for the same reason, they want to give it a shot, and those races are on the 28th, so not this coming weekend, but next weekend. And so I am getting this car ready to go. I've been working on it off and on for the last couple weeks. Like I said, it's an old enduro car from the state fair, so I had everything done inside of it. I actually even had a transmission and stuff sitting in it, roll cage, racing seat. It's been gutted out. Got a big old teardrop fuel cell in the trunk. And anyways, I'm just getting to the point now where I'm gonna try fire it. Not sure what's gonna happen. Maybe nothing will happen. I just pulled this battery out of something else, and I know that thing has had a draw on it before, so the battery might even be completely dead, and this might just be a complete bust, but I'm gonna try it anyways. If nothing else, get it to pop off. Last week, well, not this past weekend here, but the weekend before, a week and a half ago, my brother came out and we were going to get this motor in the car. Well, anyways, we pulled it out. It was sitting on the engine stand over in the corner, along with, there's another motor over there. But anyways, it was sitting over there, and this motor actually came out of my blue pickup, the feeder pickup, and it got ran low on oil. Not low enough to make the oil pressure start bouncing a little bit, and I shut it off right away. But anyways, pulled it on the engine stand. We were getting it ready to go in the car, pulled the spark plugs out of it. We're rolling over the top dead center, which for those that may not know is when the number one cylinder is at the very top, and between top or going up and going down, it's at the very top on the compression stroke, which is the fire stroke, which is where she goes boom. But anyways, and antifreeze started running out the number 3 cylinder hole, which was kind of a problem. So it turned into a little more of an in-depth job, because this was actually a race car motor before it got put in that pickup from the guy that I bought it from, and it had really thin single layer metal, more like a head shim gasket in it, and when those get warm, and even over time, they'll warp and leak, and that was the case here. So we ended up going to town, getting a gasket set, putting head gaskets in it, and getting in the car that day. But it didn't end up being much more than that. But anyways, it's a 350 small block Chevy, aluminum radiator, electric fan, and with the electric fan I'm running a alternator, the old Saginaw style power steering pump, Carter Competition Series carburetor. The stock class over there, stock full-size car, allows one modification, and that is the headers, which I am running. But anyways, carburetor does not count as a modification, so I had this one sitting on the shelf, so I decided to throw it on. Who knows, it might even need a carb kit, it might not run for crap even if it does start. So anyways, I got the battery and hooked up. I tried pushing some air into the fuel cell to push some gas through. I don't know if anything came through or not. The fuel pump might just be that good where it's not letting anything bleed by, so I might have to spin it over and let the pump prime it up, and hopefully the push button in the car isn't completely shot or something, and it'll let it spin over. So I'm gonna try and set this thing down over here and see if we can make something work. Alright, I hope you guys can see me. I hope it's recording. Just gonna check real quick. Yeah. Okay. See what's gonna happen here. If anything. If it fires, it's gonna be extremely loud. Forgot I got this button up here. Come on, baby. I got a power steering line leaking. I gotta try to tighten up here. Oh, that makes me happy. That's always something sweet when they pop off like that. I was turning the freaking distributor the wrong way. I was going retarded with the timing instead of advanced. As soon as I turned it the right friggin' way, after I got my head on my ass, it popped off. So, wow, everything works as it should. Go to oil pressure, like 60 pounds of oil pressure. That's not very sweet. That's some nasty crap that came through the coolant system. But I guess whatever. Yeah, she runs. Electric fan was working. It didn't even get hot. It was warming up a little bit. It was working the way it should. I got a remote cooler. It's not much of a cooler. It's just a heater core that I mounted in the back window. And then the old AC condenser, that's actually my transmission cooler up in the cool air. It's about a 27 pass cooler or something. I had it in my old bomber race car when I raced in Jamestown. But this transmission, I actually rebuilt this transmission when I was in college. By trade, I'm actually a mechanic. And I rebuilt this transmission in college. It's been in my race car. And I ran it 5 years there and never opened it up, never touched it once. It just works. So this motor is pretty much bone-ass stock except for headers and, well, if you count the carburetor. These carburetors, it's the same thing as an Edelbrock. It's a step up from the old quadrant pukes, quadrant junks, people call them, but not a huge step up. So, but it works, it runs. I don't know if you could tell when I was hitting the throttle pretty hard to get the secondaries to open, she wanted to cough and stuff. I think it does need a carb kit, so I might get one and take it apart and rebuild it just to, so when I hit those secondaries, she's bellering like crazy and going to beat hell. So, anyways, everybody, I just wanted to show you what I've been up to. This is kind of my weekend project for the last couple weekends here. Been working on this and kind of regretfully putting off farm stuff, kind of not, because I think this is going to be awfully dang fun. So, anyways, we got some stuff going on. We're gonna get to an update on the farm here this weekend, I promise. We're starting to get some stuff kind of together and whatnot, and I gotta get some corral built before winter here, and I might start on that this weekend. Since I got this thing started and running now, that was the point I wanted to get to, so I can start doing some farm stuff again, hopefully this weekend here. But anyways, yeah, I gotta rebuild the carburetor yet, but that doesn't take long. These things are pretty easy to go through. I'm sure it's just an accelerator pump deal or dirty jets or something, like secondary main jets or something like that. I don't know, but we'll get it tore apart, clean it up, stick it back on, hopefully it works. But anyways, it should work good. Once again, I don't know, small block Chevy, it makes noise, it runs, so I'm a happy camper. But anyways, like I said, everybody, stay tuned. We're definitely going to be having an update video coming, and I hope you guys, I am on Instagram, Facebook. I'll try to get a link posted here somewheres or something of my Instagram. Maybe you guys want to follow me on there. I know some of you already do. Got some of you guys on Facebook, and we have a good time on there. So anyways, everybody, like I said, stay tuned. We got some exciting stuff coming, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Ring the bell, give me a thumbs up, and share away. But if anybody's got any questions about this mean machine or anything else, feel free to drop a comment. I love reading the comments, and I love answering you guys back, and it's fun to have those conversations. So anyways, everybody, take it easy, and we'll catch you all later.